friends, again. We're going to have another story this week, and I know that you have all heard the story of the three little pigs. So that you already know that story. That's not anything you don't know. But have you heard the story of the three little wolves and the big bad pig? Well, that's what we're going to read today. Now, once upon a time, there were three little cuddly wolves with their soft fur and their fluffy tails, and they lived with their mother. The first little wolf was all black, and the second little wolf was gray, and the third little wolf was pure white. One day, the mother wolf called the little wolves together around her and said, "Now, my children, it's time for you to go out into the world and build a house for yourselves. But let me warn you, beware of that big bad pig. Oh, mother, don't worry. We'll watch out for him," said the three little wolves. And off they went. Now soon they met a kangaroo who was pushing a wheelbarrow full of red and yellow bricks. "Would you please give us some of your bricks?" asked the three little wolves. "Why, certainly," said the kangaroo, and she gave them lots and lots of red and yellow bricks. And so the three little wolves built themselves a house of bricks. Now the very next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road, and he saw the house of bricks that the three little wolves had built. Now the three little wolves were out in the garden playing croquet, and they saw the big bad pig coming, and they quickly ran inside the house and locked the door. The pig knocked on the door and grunted, little wolves, let me come in." "No, no, 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 no," said the little wolves. "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chin, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china pot." "Well then, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he huffed and he puffed. But of course, he couldn't blow down a brick house. But this pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. So he went out and fetched a sledgehammer, and he bashed that house and knocked it to the ground. The three little wolves just barely managed to escape before the bricks crumbled down on top of them. They were so frightened. "We shall have to build a stronger house," they said. Just then, a beaver came by mixing a batch of concrete in a concrete mixer. "Would you please give us some of your concrete?" said the three little wolves. "Why, certainly," said the beaver, and he gave them buckets and buckets of nice, messy, slurry concrete. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of concrete. No sooner had they finished the house than the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of concrete that the little wolves had built. They were playing badminton in the garden, and when they saw the wolf coming, they ran quickly inside the house. The pig rang the doorbell. Ding dong! Little frightened wolves, let me come in. No, 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 cried the three little wolves. Not by the hair of our chinny chin chin, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china pot. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, said the pig. Well, this pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. So he went out and got a pneumatic drill, and he blasted that house to pieces. The poor little wolves just managed to escape with their chinny chin chins trembling, and they ran quickly away. We have got to build an even stronger house, they said. They were so determined to build something strong enough. Just then, they saw a truck coming along the road carrying barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. Please, would you give us some of your barbed wire and your iron bars and your armor plates and some of your heavy metal padlocks? They asked the rhinoceros. Oh, sure, he said, and he gave them plenty of barbed wire and iron bars and armor plates and padlocks, and he even gave them some plexiglass and some reinforced steel chains, because that's just the kind of guy he was. He was so kind. So the three little wolves built themselves an extremely strong house. It was the strongest, securest, most safe house they could possibly build. They felt absolutely safe. Well, the next day, the big bad pig came prowling along the road as usual. The three little wolves were playing hopscotch in the garden, and they saw the big bad pig coming down the road, and they quickly ran into the house and locked all 37 padlocks. The pig dialed up the video entrance phone and said, "Little frightened wolves with your trembling chins, let me come in." "Oh, no, no, no," said the little wolves. "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china pot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he huffed and he puffed, but there was no way that pig was going to blow down that house. So he went out and bought some dynamite, and he laid it all around the house, and then he lit the fuse. The house blew up. The three little wolves just managed to escape with their tails scorched. Something must be wrong with our building materials, they said. We've got to try something different. But what? After a moment, they saw a flamingo coming along the road, pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers. "Will you please give us some of your flowers?" asked the three little wolves. "Oh, with pleasure," said the flamingo, and he gave them lots and lots of beautiful flowers. and the three little wolves built a house of flowers. One wall was made of marigolds, and one was daffodils, and one was pink roses, and the other was cherry blossoms. And the ceiling was made out of sunflowers, and the floor was a carpet of daisies. There were water lilies in the bathtub and buttercups in the refrigerator, and it was rather a fragile house, and it kind of swayed in the wind when the wind blew, but it was very, very beautiful. Now the big bad pig came prowling down the road, and he saw the house of flowers that the three little wolves had built. He rang the blue bell at the door and said, "Little frightened wolves with a trembling chin, let me come in." "Oh, no, 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 no," said the little wolves. "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chin, we will not let you in. Not for all the tea leaves in our china pot." "Well then, I'll just huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." So he took a big deep breath, ready to huff and puff, but he smelled the sweet smell of flowers. Oh, it was fantastic. And because the smell was so lovely, the pig took another breath and another and another. Oh, he began to sniff and sniff and sniff. And then he sniffed deeper. Oh, the fragrance was so sweet, it made his heart grow tender. Finally, he realized how horrible he had been. He realized what a very bad pig he had been. And right then and there, he decided he would be a good pig. And he began to sing and dance the tarantella. At first, the three little wolves were a bit worried that it might be a trick. Soon they realized, "I think the pig has really changed." And so they came running out of their house, and they started to play games with him. First they played pig pong, and then piggy in the middle, and then when they got tired, they invited him into their house. They offered him tea and strawberries and wolfberries, and they asked him to stay with them as long as he wanted. Now the pig accepted their offer, and they all lived together happily ever after. Today for our bug book, we're going to read Beach Bugs. Now I know you can't go to the beach right now, but we're going to read beach bugs anyway. So when you can go to the beach, you can remember to watch out for the beach bugs. Here we go. Summer is here, and it's time to play. Let's see what the bugs are doing today. Who's up early in the morning sky? Oh, it's that groovy sunshine bug with a twinkle in his eye. Who is behind the beach ball? Oh, it's a whirlwind of flutterbugs. Who's behind the sand castle? Oh, it's those bicycle bugs zooming around the dunes. Who's in the big wave? Yep, it's the boogie board bug shooting out the curl. Who's in the chilly ice chest? Oh, it's the ice cream bug and 5 scoops of ice cream with a cherry on top. Who's coming to the picnic? Oh, it's the twinkling firefly bugs. And at the end of this fun summer day, all the bugs ride the roller coaster and hold up their hands and say, "Hooray!" Fun, fun, huh? Well, thank you for letting me read stories today. I hope that you enjoyed them. We'll have a story time next week and read some more very fun stories. I hope you'll join us. I hope you're enjoying our story time. Goodbye.